Hi, I'm Chris Madsen. There are those pseudo-powers in the world at this time that seek to dominate and control. They believe that somehow we are sheep that need to be told what to do, what to eat, and to basically feed us genetically modified foods and et cetera, et cetera. That's not the case, because we are not sheep. We are divine sparks of the Creator itself. Every one of us has genius within us and are solution makers. We are born to be free. I want you to take a slow, deep breath with me. Allow your mind's eye to envision what love itself is manifesting on the planet. It is a world where love is the only rule, and where love's light shines from every heart. The planet has been restored, and it's taken care of forevermore. It's a world of abundance for everyone, and we're love for each other. That's why all things are done. I'm holding a miniature model of the globe itself. There it is. There are no borders on this. There's one. There's one land. And there's one people upon this, many tribes. But we are all one blood. Envision with slow, deep breaths a world filled with joy, where love conquered all that was in the dark. There's a world of harmony where everyone lives in peace. There's now a world of healing hands. We're all reaching out in every land. In this world, children are born free as they are taught to be the greatest they can be. And in this world, the greatest ones are the servants that give their all to love. This world is so beautiful, it's worth giving your all for this priceless pearl. There's a world within your heart that understands we're all one. This world is love's vision. Love itself is now moving throughout the hearts of each human on the planet, and with this vision for humanity to experience love now in its fullness. Living love's vision is an expression of this beautiful new world. There is a power that flows through all. It has been, always is, and through all time and dimensions shall ever be. It is ever present. It is the prime first cause from which all that is has emerged from. This power can be accessed in any given moment by any person. This power is real and tangible. It is so real that all that is, including life itself, has come into existence through it. This is not a pseudo power that is trying to dominate, or governments, etc. This is real power. This is the power that sustains and upholds atoms and neutrons and galaxies and creates human bodies with trillions of cells. There is an immense universe of immensely well-organized organisms and systems. Within our bodies alone are these trillions of cells communicating with each other and doing such a myriad amount of tasks on a micro level that it is more detailed than all the cities of the world combined. All these trillions of cells operating like a symphony of trillions of artists performing the same beautiful, magical song. Within this also lay the design to, through a tiny microscopic egg and sperm, express the capability of replicating an entire new one of us with its trillions of cells. There is a power. All that is created first is a thought. From the vision comes the final manifestation into form. All that is in existence, except the power itself, was first a potential, Until a thing comes into existence, it is in a potential state. All things first arise from this potential. It arises out of no thing and nowhere. This power is infinite. Because it is infinite, all that is has its being within this power. Nothing is created or destroyed, things only change form. This change of form occurs as thought coalesces from infinite potential into a form within the mind. What occurs in the natural world comes from the mental equivalent of it. An example of this could be a song. A composer may be prompted to compose a song about a lovely spring day. At this moment, the song is not real, but the desire to manifest the song creates the thought or the impulse for it. The composer has an almost infinite amount of possibilities and potentials that song can coalesce into being. As the composer proceeds to compose, out of no thing and nowhere, melody arises, harmony, lyrics. When the song is completed, the first impulse and thoughts to create the song have now emerged into a tangible thing. All that is in existence is similar to this song. A conscious living intelligence first had an impulse and thought to bring into existence our planet and all that is on it. You are not here by accident, and your life is absolutely essential. You are also a thought manufacturing conscious being. This universal mind or power is a master artist. It is lavish and has infinite abundance. Whatever it desires to manifest comes into existence through this infinite sea of potentials and energy. This master artist has a beautiful grand plan that we are part of. Our unique place within time, space on planet Earth as humans is immensely essential to the essence of all that is. We're not simply created life forms being observed by a creator. We are so intricately woven within the life force or soul of great mystery that our own life force or soul is one with it. It can be said we are made in the image of this power. We are rivers of this divine sea. The characteristics of this power lay latent within each one of us. We are aspects of divine intelligence. A drop of an ocean is still the ocean itself and is the image of it. Its essence is the same, while in the form of a droplet or a river, its essence is still the ocean itself. We each are conscious living beings. Life itself is who we are. We each have the ability to think, and from the infinite sea of potentials, call into existence that which springs from no thing, nowhere, into a manifestation from what was first thought. An essential aspect of our nature from being made in the image of the author of all existence is free will. The supreme power that is beyond all dimensions and time-space itself also moves within time and space with total free will to manifest whatever it desires to manifest. It can as easily create out of no thing our incredible universe and all within it, but as easily can create a myriad amount of other universes. This power has total free will to manifest anything. We each are aspects of this same power and free will. A wise person is incredibly grateful for the heart of the master artist is love. The author in supreme mastery has brought into form all that is as an expression or an impulse springing forth as song does when it is birthed. The song of the master artist, which is all creation, is an expression of this love. The power that upholds and sustains the entire universe is love. The word love has many meanings in our vocabulary. It is being used here in the context similar to the usage described for the unknowable, the first cause, the Tao, the Alpha and Omega, God, Yahweh. In the same sense, no words can describe the power fully. No words can fully describe this love. It can be said that all that emerges from the essence is this love. All that is brought into existence through the Creator is impulsed into existence because of this love expressing from the heart of the master artist. If great mystery is thought of as an architect, it could be said love is what inspires each design. Every aspect of creation, from the most minuscule blip of energy at the Planck scale to the dance of the galaxies, all are orchestrated by this grand architect as an expression and an aspect of love. Although we cannot define or fully describe this word love in words, there is an aspect of you that already innately understands what I'm talking about. It has been said, God is love. You are an aspect of this divine intelligence, and thus within the core essence of your being is the knowing what this love is. The life force within you is the same as the essence of all life. The power in you is an extension of this infinite power. The heart of the master artist lay within the core of your being as well. This love is who you really are. The free will of universal mind is also completely yours to use in whatever visions you seek to manifest. Because we have free will, we can resist the perfect and highest good for our life. This has occurred for so long in the collective conscience that it appears normal to experience life outside the realm of heaven, being our experience on earth. Since birth, conditioning and programming have been instilled in us to manipulate us. Through free will, some have sought to create fears and beliefs through the collective conscience to serve their own agendas. These agendas have caused a great deal of suffering on the planet, and that's an understatement. Wars, poverty, destructive energy directed to the environment, many other atrocities have been the result of these free will agendas. The good news is that the world is now waking up. that is beyond good news. Individually and collectively, we are no longer being swayed by these agendas. More and more, we are recognizing that we are united in manifesting a world based on love's vision. As free will beings, we each can align with love's vision rather than visions based on fears and beliefs in lack and limitations. Through our free will, we are discarding the old ways in favor of living love's vision. These are exciting times as we are witnessing an exponential awakening of consciousness globally. Throughout history, our forefathers did the best they could with what information they had available to them. There has been a steady struggle based on beliefs that individuals are in competition with each other for a limited supply of resources. A belief in an us versus them has caused centuries of horrible suffering. Tribes, nations, races, and any other distinguishing characteristics have been caused to vanquish the other through bloodshed, slavery, domination. Fear is a strong motivator. It has been used for thousands of years by power-controlled governments, dictators, and rulers. Through fear of what will occur if they don't obey the laws dictated to them, whole nations have cowered and are cowering in obedience. No more. Suppression of information is another tool the elite use to keep the people behaving as they want them to. Governing money supplies in the economy makes it so people are so busy struggling to pay for housing and needs in a consumer society, they have little ability to get out of the invisible prison they are in. For millennia, people used fire for lighting and heat. If they wanted wood, they had to chop or saw it by hand. Throughout this entire millennia, electricity was available. The same laws of electricity were as valid then as they are now. It wasn't until someone thought outside the box, used thought to bring into existence out of no thing and nowhere a new idea. From this impulse of thought, the unified field coalesced from a mental picture in the inventor's consciousness, the development of electrical power systems. At this time in human history, we are at a crossroads of monumental importance. We have the ability now to harness the power to create heaven on earth for the generations to come and even our own. Just as the invention of electricity simply harnessed the power source that was available all along, this power to end suffering and allow beautiful, vibrant lives from birth onward is available now as well. It is available now, and you are invited to acquire this power here and now as well. What I'm saying is of monumental importance. This is the shift. This is the awakening. This is what we need to hear at this time. The inventor of electricity first looked within themselves. They had a vision that there was a way to access power, and moved in faith it would be revealed as they focused energy on discovering solutions. It's like the song being written. We are only limited by our belief of what can be accomplished. Each one of us is an aspect of universal infinite mind, and thus have access to genius solutions to whatever we focus our attention on. At this time in human history, we are waking up and discovering the world that we have been born into is not what we want to experience and leave as a legacy to our children and their children. The world based on fear, wars, competition, and struggle to survive are no longer acceptable. A world where governments spend vast resources to create wars for corporate profits is no longer acceptable. A world where millions of children are malnourished and whole countries in abject poverty is no longer acceptable. A world where doctors are taught to fill prescriptions based on pharmaceutical company profits is no longer acceptable. A world where farmers are forced to produce genetically modified pseudo food instead of organic food is no longer acceptable. Many things we were handed down when we entered the planet, we are saying are no longer acceptable. Now is the time, now is the change. So how do we individually shift from what was into what can be? It seems so immense to actually bring into existence a new effortless life filled with what can be instead of the appearance of what now is. How can we change the entire global systems into this same beautiful vision from what we no longer accept into what we vision to be real on the planet? The answer already lay within you. It is to live love's vision of what will emerge the moment we individually and collectively say yes. We are only limited by our vision and allowing the power to coalesce it into form within us. Love itself is the power to recreate our world into paradise on earth. There is a saying, as above, so below. Perhaps a better phrasing is, as within, so without. The entire shifting of the planet from the old systems to this paradise is an inside job. It is yielding to love's vision and allowing love to govern your being, your thoughts, actions, and all that you are. By surrendering old beliefs and programming to love, your life becomes aligned with the heart of life itself. You have become one with the vision of the Creator. In this alignment, you have full access to all resources from the supreme power of all that is. Surrendering is not giving anything up. Rather, it is emerging into the next stage of your empowerment. A caterpillar surrenders to the jelly-like metamorphosis of the cocoon phase of life, and then it emerges as a butterfly. It surrenders into this kind of death of becoming a cocoon in order to become a butterfly. Each seed surrenders to the soil and is buried prior to emerging into its full design potentials. Surrendering to love's vision and becoming one with love is why you are here. Anything less is your potentials not being realized into form. I want with all my heart for each of us to be free, to live effortless lives filled with abundance, with joy and inspired passion, filling each person. Love has shown me a vision of what can be simply by each of us allowing love to flow within our being. As each one of us is an aspect, a facet of the one diamond that is love, each one of us has unique visions and ways to express this love. Love itself is always emerging, unfolding, and creating. Visions emerge and new ones will forever arise. The one constant, though, is love itself being the prompter of each vision as we live lives infilled with this love. It may seem strange at first that simply by allowing love's vision to be who you are, that can bring paradise on earth. It is the same as when the composer first impulsed with the thought to compose a song. Whatever doing or action is required for the vision to express on the planet must first be within you. You don't need to know how the universe will generate the means. You simply need to be willing and follow love's promptings in each moment. We are spirit beings living in human bodies. As our spirits are powered by love, the outer forms in the world move into alignment with our inner visions. By living love's vision, we generate the highest good for both our life and the entire planet. Much of what appeared important to you prior to the shift into love will fade away into being of little value. Much of what appeared as of little value prior to the shift will be cherished as love's vision expresses through you. Career, ego, possession, status, positions of authority, fame, any desire to control another, relationships not based on authentic caring, and any form of competition fades away as love's vision becomes who you are. Time in nature becomes a priority, as does learning to be present in each moment. The shifting process is like love itself, which is always constant, yet ever emerging into new expressions of what it is. At this moment, love has a vision. From this impulse of thought, it is forming and expressing around the globe. It is manifesting through humanity globally. This vision is so radical that rather than fix the old systems around the planet, it is about creating a new world from the ground up. The old systems were based on fear and competition and destroying the planet for corporate gain. The new system is based on love flowing from each heart rather than fear. Sharing our gifts and talents and allowing each ecosystem to thrive in perfect balance, nurtured by humanity. We do not need government leaders to dictate to us how we are to live. Love itself prompts each willing heart. Love is the only governing power required for harmony across the globe. Our own hearts in alignment with love will dictate the perfect outcomes in each circumstance. In a world without militaries or wars or corporations, we will be free to expend far more energy into blessing and uplifting the human condition. Love's vision filling each heart is bringing into being this beautiful solution. We do not need passports or borders or country citizenship. We are a diverse tribe called humanity, and the globe is our home. Borders and countries are man-made constructs that no longer serve us, except to define land masses upon the globe. We are citizens of planet Earth. In practical terms, the only blockage to this new heaven on earth is any resistance to allowing it. The mental equivalent of it is already here being birthed globally, and it now is expressing tangibly across the planet. It is this moment being expressed into existence. The priorities and possessions of a child are different from when they evolve into adulthood. We collectively are evolving into this awakened state of living. Thus, both of our priorities and possessions required are also shifting. What possessions and beliefs gave support and comfort in one phase become burdens to let go of in a later phase. Living Love's vision holds the understanding the earth is not to be owned by any person. When an animal or a bird is born, it does not pay other animals or birds rent or a mortgage to live there, nor do they make laws saying you can or cannot live here or there. We have much to learn about living in harmony with the earth from animals. Animals create their burrows, nests, and such in balance with nature and don't destroy nature in the process. They also live in harmony with the flows of nature. Rather than continuing the process of housing and purchasing land as it now is, paying taxes on it and working to pay it off for decades or renting at high cost, we start from scratch rather than attempt to continue a system that has enslaved us. We are ingenious, creative beings. We can have non-violation etiquette when it comes to land and housing. No one owns land. Wherever a home is inhabited, the privacy of the habitation and garden space is respected. Equally, the people occupying the space are to honor the environment and live in harmony with it. Mortgages and debt are no longer required. You are free to build such a home wherever you want to. You can build in a beautiful beach cove or mountaintop or in a suburb of others or wherever else love prompts you to build. The only conditions are it assists the environment and allows the rest of the tribe to retain and maintain the natural park-like beauty of the entire planet. This same vision applies to larger communities of people desiring to live in close proximity to others. We are a glorious tribe of innovative designers. Assuredly, such insight will birth amazing communities and beautiful homes. Power systems in place through the old world of burning fossil fuels and destroying the Earth's resources as a result and using the electric grid damaging the Earth as well are gone. Both of which have in the past not only damaged and polluted the Earth, they have further enslaved the global tribe with monthly bills while making a few elite wealthy and dominating our lifestyles with their hidden agendas to control us even further. Those systems and the elite few governing the mass of humanity are now over and a thing of the past. Love's vision already has the answers for renewable free energy sources. We are in an infinite sea of energy, and the moment we are ready for it, the people, designs, and plans are also already here. Wherever a person is, there is power available. The old system had patents and corporations held in place to stop others from accessing these free energy systems. These systems have not been freely made available as the giant corporations have attempted to keep us enslaved to paying them each month for electricity and fossil fuels. All of these ideas were first given as a thought flowing. All of these new ideas about renewable energy sources, etc. It is universal mind itself that alone has patent rights. If anyone has an idea on how to make living more enjoyable and it benefits the global tribe, it is through them love itself is expressing these new concepts. Thus, patents are no more. They are no longer required any more than a bird needs to patent a song it sings. Creative genius lay within each of us, and what emerges from one, it is our gift to serve the whole of humanity. At any point where you are thinking, wait a minute, you're talking about a completely new earth here, at which time a zillion things pop up in your mind saying, what about this? What about this? How could that be? The answer to each question is already either within your heart now, soon will be, or for sure is already known by another. These are exciting times, and our infinite ability to imagine solutions to every circumstance is more than able to accomplish whatever is required for love's vision to be day-to-day reality here and now. The intention of living love's vision is not to be the be-all and end-all solution resource. Love itself is, and that which flows through your being. The solution resources are as diverse as each circumstance is that confronts us in this beautiful emerging. Living love's vision holds the vision of love being an intelligent divine source that does have all the answers and is the be-all and end-all of all resources. In other words, if something seems too big or too immense, nothing is too big or too immense for divine love, divine intelligence, universal mind, and we are totally tapped into it, so we can, in a moment, have access to all solutions. We also hold the vision of understanding each willing and surrendered heart can easily recognize and hear love's vision in each aspect of the new world now forming globally. Vision a world where things are manufactured to last and bless the user the very most. Vision a world where designers work together so that things universally fit with other items. How many times has each of us gone to charge something only to find the charger only fits the previous item? How many ink cartridges have been used up and discarded because a manufacturer wanted you to purchase more of their cartridges? On and on it has been. Love's vision works in harmony with what serves the highest good for the whole rather than self-serving intentions based on greed. Love has answers that allow us to live lives of freedom rather than enslaved by such archaic intentions based on greed. Love's vision is so life-changing and immense that it is essential for each of us to remember how powerful each one of us is. Love has already figured out a solution for whatever challenges come before us. There is also power in numbers, and we have the numbers already. Within each heart is the encoding already to allow this love to flow. It is our natural state of being, who we really are. Now is the time to give yourself permission to totally allow it to flow through every aspect of your life. Gratitude is a powerful tool. Be in gratitude, giving thanks for all that is. Blessing is also a powerful tool. Bless the earth as you pick up litter. Be in gratitude and bless the water as you drink it and such. Give thanks for the air while honoring each sacred moment of life. Truly seeing the essence life force within each person and honoring all beings and is also an aspect of love's vision. Simplicity is the natural order of life. Rather than believing one must fly thousands of miles to a tropical location to relax and enjoy life, simplicity shows another way. Simply sitting in nature and marveling at the wonders of it all is incredibly relaxing and enjoyable. Inner journeys through meditation and communing with the divine are immensely wonderful. Love's vision is based on simple things like that. The antics of kittens and butterflies and children and on bring great joy to awakened people. Simplicity is an aspect of love's vision. Chemical pesticides and herbicides, genetically modified foods, as well as pseudo overly processed foods are no longer required or used. Organic food is what we are designed to eat. The earth has built-in organic systems so perfect that pesticides and herbicides that damage the ecosystem are not required. The earth itself is in perfect alignment and response to love. As we align in harmony with the natural order of things, food supplies will be so abundant, food will grow wild and ready for the picking almost everywhere. Your grocery store mainly will simply be wherever you're walking. Water systems will also be restored with pure water, as love's vision is said yes to. Technology, such as the internet, is amazingly wonderful. Love's vision is for technology to continue to emerge so that we can share ideas globally and have free access to information anywhere, anytime, on any topic. Annoying things like advertisements and pop-ups and viruses will be no more. Annoying things like advertisements and things like that, they're from the old systems and ways of doing things. Whatever news is given will not be slanted by what government and corporations want us to believe. News will be factual and authentic. Software, open source, and free as the internet itself. So, in other words, we don't, whatever blesses and is wonderful, if you want video software, it will be there, and whatever your visioning is. And with Love's Vision, it's all right there. Love's Vision has no monthly bills paid to any corporation, bank, or debt. The new internet is filled with solutions shared on every topic imaginable. Whatever challenge is faced by any aspect of the tribe can be shared as well on the internet. This will further assist the common knowing solutions are available, and there are billions of others ready to help any given person. The circle of loving and being loved is experienced at this amazing level. Gatherings to chant and be in unison together and high resonant vibration of love will regularly occur. Love's vision is not focusing on living to work, but rather living each moment as an expression of love flowing. An aspect of this is connection and communion with both nature and all life on the planet. Competition is replaced with cooperation and seeking the highest potentials being realized in each unique person. Each person is a unique expression of life itself, with its unique gifts, talents, abilities, and energy of love sustaining the whole. Much of Love's vision of the new earth is already being expressed. Every time we are part of the solution, we are now living Love's vision. There is a higher law that supersedes any man-made law that is not in alignment with this higher law. When injustice becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. Love is an immutable force that says no to whatever isn't of love. One rule of this higher law is nonviolence. Mahatma Gandhi showed us how it's done when pseudo-powers are enacting laws against the higher law. He showed us nonviolent resistance is the solution. Anytime a pseudo-power attempts to have the global tribe do something or act in a manner contrary to the higher law, we simply en masse resist and refuse to allow them any power. If any group, military or otherwise, hands a person a weapon to kill another human, that is against the higher law. And resistance by saying no to killing another is required. The age of barbarism and warfare is now over. Love's vision is a far better way. Heart-centered communities eating local foods, sharing the land, enriching each other's lives is love's vision. In a global community where working to survive is not required, each is then free to manifest and be productive on far greater levels and output than the old systems prior to love's vision being the norm. If a communal pathway or road needs fixing, many hands are more than willing to do whatever is required. Being free to not need to work in the way of the old system will allow all the time desired for each individual to explore potentials, the arts, and whatever else inspires a person at any given time. The creative flow is innate within each of us. Hand a child a box of crayons and instantly they go into creating mode. Imagine the wonderful creations of billions of people in harmony with each other and to the source of infinite imagination itself. Freedom is not a dream. It is our birthright. Love itself is the foundation for true freedom. Being free to love in a world of love is ultimate freedom. In this world, the only limitations are those we have chosen for our experience. Being connected with billions of others, as well as divine source, as one with it all, breaks down any previous barriers. We are unlimited in both our magnificence and ability to create reality as we desire to manifest it. For you personally, this truth can be yours now, this moment. You don't need anyone's permission to move in this empowered state. It is your birthright and love's vision of who you really are. A little personal thing on clothes. Clothes are useful for protecting the body, for warmth, adornment. Clothes are a hindrance, though, on a sunny day in nature and many other times. In the old world, clothes were required because the sexual chakra energy was so rampant it caused negative energy to flow in many circumstances. So much so it was deemed a sin to be naked. The source of this negative energy was because unawakened people were governed by their animal-type instincts and these religion, archaic people saying it's some kind of a sin. Love's vision is for the human body to be accepted for what it is, and it being perfectly natural and normal to be naked when weather and such make it warranted. Flow dancing naked on a beach with a warm summer breeze and the sun caressing is not to be denied anyone and is to be freely accepted as what we do as a tribe. Of course, if any person wants to always wear clothes, they're free to do so. The point is, The programming has been so instilled in us that we have to always wear clothes that when it no longer serves our highest good, like other things in our life, we can discard the old programming and patterns in favor of what sets us free to celebrate each moment in greater freedom. Love's vision is neither to go back to a former time in history nor to live as we have in the 20th century. Love's vision is to access the best of all previous things that can yet serve us while not being shackled by any previous system or mechanism previously instituted that no longer serves us. Everything emerges into greater and more refined expressions of what has been before. As long as these things serve us, they are to be utilized. New thoughts call into existence new things. Sometimes these new things replace the old. As the new earth unfolds, the things of the old systems that still work can be used until such time as a new thought emerges a better form. Action plans that we can do. You already know in your heart what you can do in this moment. Live this new life. First and foremost is to be the change you wish to see in the world. A world of love is simply a world of people saying yes to love. Doing your inner work is a lifetime practice of letting go of all that no longer serves love's vision for your life, while surrendering to love's perfect vision for your life. A tree is connected to both the sky and the ground and depends on them for its life. The tree gets its sustenance from both and has its being within both. Similarly, we each are connected to divine source and humanity as a whole. Being conscious of this connection and flowing in the energy of this oneness allows love to freely flow. It is a practice because we collectively have been so conditioned to move in subconscious programming. It takes focused energy to remain in the now moment, flowing in love's energy. The more focused energy is put into being and remaining awakened in each moment is the degree conscious living occurs. There is a beautiful energy that occurs when gatherings based on love's vision are shared. Community with intention of collectively being love's vision expressed is essential. Each meeting and connection in such community is bringing love's vision into immediate reality. Outpourings from such gatherings are things like communal gardens, creating visions and implementing them on a local level, standing together when any forces such as a corporation attempt to deny love's vision in the community. Support by and through the community on every level is right at hand. Every dollar spent is a vote. Vote with your dollars by purchasing organic foods, by locally grown and locally made items whenever possible. Replace chemicals that are harmful to the environment with non-toxic materials. Honor your body temple with a clean, healthy environment that nurtures you. Go for walks in nature and spend lots of time in natural environments. Avoid pollution as much as possible. This includes emotional and noise pollution. Envision peaceful ways to collectively find ways for all types of pollution to be removed in your community, in favor of new solutions that are in alignment with the green planet. Again, it always starts within our own personal being shifting. So, whatever thoughts of a polluted nature may still linger within, allow them to be replaced as well by thoughts, love visions. Follow your passion. The inspiration within you is love itself birthing the next stage of your journey. Any career, job, or activity that was based on decisions you made prior to shifting into where you are at now may possibly be replaced by a new path. Listen to the inner promptings of your heart and say yes to them. Love itself is orchestrating this new world and directs each of us to where we are best served and can best serve. Each moment is an opportunity to express love. Wherever and whatever you are in any given moment is an opportunity to be love's vision expressed in that moment. Each moment is an opportunity to create love's vision in that moment. If there is poverty, allow love to inspire with a perfect vision that brings abundance as it expresses love's vision in a beautiful way. If there is sickness, allow love to show the pathway for healing and restored vibrant health. If there is negative energies like fear, anger, jealousy, anything like that, allow love to wash it away as it is replaced with love itself. Breathing with intention is useful for realigning. There are many awesome practices such as yoga, tai chi, forms of meditation and chanting that do wonders in aligning the body, temple, and spirit. Love's vision does not require you to change anyone but yourself. In being this change yourself, many are changed though. Love itself is prompting and working within each heart of each being on the planet at this very moment. It is creating synchronistic meetings and circumstances in each life for its vision to now emerge. Love never forces. Its gentle promptings never go against our free will choices. Love itself is as water, though flowing through each heart, showing what love's vision is. You are the change the world is waiting for. You are the visionary with new expressions the world needs right now. Give yourself permission and those in your world permission to now be great, to hold a new vision that love is planting within your being. Every great invention, every great masterpiece, every great cause that changed the face of mankind's experience, every meaningful and lasting shift occurred because one of us said yes to the vision. It is now our time to say yes. It is always through grassroots efforts that the world is changed. We are the change. I am with you, and you are not alone. There are literally billions of us saying, yes, let's do this. Let's do this now, right here, right now. And so it is, so be it.